I love the Lord. He heard my cry.
Yep.
Cause like, why is y'all holding that note that long? No, no. If you, I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Okay. Love the Lord. Wait, what? As long long as I live and troubles rise, Lord. It's like, okay, is it as long as this song? Like, I love mm,
Give me the
hasten.
whole time.
Hasten. Because do you know what it means to come
Haste.
with quick?
Come
With a
on.
quickness, a
Woo!
quickening in your spirit and in your feet.
Come on.
What are you
Into
navigating, Morgan?
child. I am leaning.
She set it up. She set it up. She's in a, you know what? We've been going through it this week, guys. Yeah. Leaning, oh Lord, leaning on the everlasting. What? Oh, actually, don't give me because with the week that I'm having, you know. Everlasting arm. Come on. Okay. You
So,
leaning.
I have been reminded of the necessity of the Lord. The only way I've been getting through my runs is the Ty Tripp album.
I saw your
Mhm.
TikTok. I
So
thought
let
that
me
was
get back to that.
lovely. Yes.
And I have been getting through the runs. I mean, I'm getting through the runs, but I've been getting through my little miles, and I'm like, you should probably touch to him again and get closer.
Ooh.
Uh, but I'm tired, boss. I am tired. I'm tired. Um, this pre-production, y'all, we were talking about how like um I decided last week I have a full-time job. I am a doula. I'm a contracted doula with the organization here. And I was about to like, I'm about to get another job full time. All the jobs are flexible. I'm finna do it. And then I was like, I don't think that's a good idea because why should I work 50, 11 jobs and be tired? But also, I part of the plan was I was gonna pay for my little luxuries to buy back some of my time, but I would be working. And then I just went on this rabbit trail of just being frustrated of like the cards that we've been dealt in life, been dealt as Black people, and just constantly feeling like just going and going and going. And like it's gonna take years to literally break generational curses and make any kind of progress towards um like wealth and maybe not even wealth um like I tell Desmond all the time, like we might not see the generational wealth, and that's frustrating. But um, her child might, Um, and and then the constant like um having to clean and cook and clean and cook and the pressure of like um that I have been given as a woman that I always feel judged if my house is not clean. Um, I should probably talk, I don't know, maybe talk about this in therapy. Like, who's judging you? Who's looking at your house? Literally, it's me, my man, and the baby.
That's enough.
But
That's
I'm
enough.
saying, like, the pressure, the baby needs clean, the baby needs this. Like, I like declutter, but also have I been socialized so much that I can't relax and clutter because I'm a woman, blah, blah, blah. I'm socialized as a woman. Anyway, that's where I'm navigating. I am on a positive note. I am making progress in my running. Um
Yeah.
yeah, I'm so excited.
I am too. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I if y'all follow me on TikTok, I said I have something to prove and I do. Like I
Period.
I'm trying to get back in shape, post baby, finally a year and a half plus 2 months, trying to get in shape and feel like I can physically be me again and run and jump and all the stuff, and, like, have that moment to zone out and do the things I really like to do, um, yeah. So I'm excited, and I think this is, like, my 4th run of the week, and yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Wow. Girl, you better than me, child. I only said it because like running just requires so much recovery for me. Like, and it don't matter like 1 mile or like two, like it don't matter like, how little or small. Just running just requires so much recovery. So like it'd be hard for me to. And I actually have wanted to do better at that and running like more frequently during the week, but it just requires so much recovery. And it's crazy because like I don't know if you've experienced this, where like you'll have a day you doing so good and you're like, "Okay, am I really gonna be coming? Okay, look at me." The next day it's like, "Okay, running for beginners." You'd be like,
No,
"What?"
really.
But
No.
because it just requires so much recovery, yeah.
I have been listening to my body and not doing too much. That's the other thing is, like, I be wanting to push myself to the max, and it's like,
Yeah,
hey, you got a
yeah,
baby you gotta take care of, can't do that."
right.
Um, so I have been listening to my body, and I take creatine. I think that helps
Oh,
with recovery.
yeah. Yeah,
Um, and I got some regular old creatine from Costco, and I've been
yeah,
taking it, and I don't remember I used to take creatine when I was, like, really, in my, preparation for my first powerlifting competition, but I don't remember it, like, making me feel like, "Oh, I don't feel the run that I did a day ago."
yeah,
Um, so I feel like actually, um, it's it works. Um, so that's
yeah.
helped.
Oh, no, that's fair. I hear a lot of good things about creatine too, actually. I, when you said that though, it just made me think I actually also don't eat well. Like, it's more than I eat healthy, which I do generally eat healthy, but more than I eat healthy, I try and do less calories all the time because I still am just moving my brain out of don't calorie count, just eat food. And I struggle with that so much. So anyway, but I say that because the more I think about it, I don't fuel my body for running. You can kind of like placate a little bit in the gym with less food, even though it still don't work well, but you can still kind of push and all the things. But for running, you can't fake it. Either
Yeah.
your body is energized and fueled up with the
Or it's
necessary
not.
things, or it's not. Or
Well,
it's
I
not.
will say every run I've done was fueled by caffeine. So
Well, period. Well,
it's
period.
not,
Period.
what's
But
crazy. Oh, go ahead.
But well, I was just gonna say really quick, I don't mean beforehand, cause like, let's be clear, like,
Right.
meaning like that so, like, if I'm going running in the morning, I'm not eating anything,
Right,
yeah,
right,
that's
right.
impossible, but I think I just mean, like, I don't be eating, like, through the days, like
Yeah.
and then thinking the next one, "Yeah, let's do 6 meals," like, "Girl, who? Where? Huh? From what energy from what carbohydrates are you like, what is it gonna be coming from?" But go ahead.
Jesus, Jesus, the source.
Exactly. The wind. The wind will listen to Yeah.
I was gonna say, okay, I also met with a therapist and we talked about my relationship with food. But what's funny that you said like I'm not counting calories anymore or trying not to.
Mhm.
Once you count calories for long enough, I know how much this stuff is. Like, but
100%. No,
yeah.
actually, it's not that funny, but, like, I got into a little spatty spat with somebody the other day about Oreos. Don't ask me why I know that 2 Oreos is
It's
140, but I do. And so
That's
he was
insane.
like, "Oh, that's probably like,
No, it's 140 actually.
that's what I was like, "It's 140."
Yeah.
He was like, "Nah, I guess give or take." I was like, "No, baby, it's not a give or take. Like, I've looked at this I
Serving
know,
size too.
baby, I can work for the calorie people. Whoever put calorie labels, I can work there with how much I so much so the good thing about that is so much so that yeah, I don't like all the scales and stuff. I don't actually kind of need it because I did it for so long. I really can gauge like that's a good 3. That's like a 250. That
Yep.
plus, I'll be like, generally 2 pieces of bread is generally 50, but then you but then you got the rye and then the whole grain. Oh, I could see that probably adding another 20. Like, I'd be like, I'll be pretty spot on. So I don't even know why we said that,
No, we
but,
both might be sick for real.
there
Because
you go. I think
that
that is
should
the
not
take.
be a known thing. I'm messing my therapist this episode, like
Yes, you should. Girl, he was trying to argue me down with calorie count. I said, "Baby, 2
mm,
Oreos is 1 for," like, that's not it's not a question. It's not a
mm-mm,
ballpark. I'm not
mm-mm,
ballparking.
girl,
Like,
mm-mm, no.
um, anyway,
What are you navigating?
yes, thank you. I was like, "What am I finna say?" Ooh. I am having a rather rough week.
Okay.
I'm just having a tougher week, but it's okay. I like having an audience to share stuff with. Not that I'm gonna share, but I am gonna but I am having a tougher week and I would like to share that and soliciting prayers, thoughts, and good energy. And also, um, yeah, so I guess higher level to my rough week, I'm navigating vulnerability and yeah, what it is to just be vulnerable in like and not have answers. I'm going through things that I just don't have answers to. I'm yet creating, well, not creating, but revealing answers or unveiling things about myself and learning about myself that have kind of like put me in certain situations. But yeah, I'm just really struggling emotionally with a lot of stuff that's really making me question myself in so many ways that I just feel embarrassed by. Whatever though. So,
Don't
yeah, I'm
run.
navigating
Sit
vulnerability.
sit in it. Sit in it.
There you go. There you go. Yes, I feel deeply embarrassed by some of it. But more than embarrassed, I feel just so hurt. So, um, but also hurt by my own actions too, honestly. So
Yeah.
anyway, um, yeah, but the navigation piece to that is, I really am figuring out like what's up with me
Mhm.
and why I do the things that I do and like and being okay with being honest about things and not just accepting stuff because I
Mhm.
think because I'm so accustomed I'm an avoidant attachment style, not that I proclaim that stuff because I'm moving closer and closer to secure, especially as a therapist. I
Yeah.
do much better at secure attachment, and I know how to cosplay a secure attachment because that's really all that you can do anyway. You can just work towards it. But if I'm being honest, sometimes I don't and haven't really committed to doing the work because the emotions are just so scary, and so it's just easier to be avoidant and easier to be retreat and like apathetic about things. And just have like these silent meltdowns. And I don't even really have the silent meltdowns because I just push them away. It's hard to
Right.
explain. I'm kind of talking all over the place, but so I'm really trying and in the coming weeks it's only gonna get harder because I'm really finna really try this time to um be serious about becoming whole, more
Yeah.
whole,
Mhm.
and not just make decisions out of scarcity or
Yeah.
fear and lack. Yeah, and I want to be a real badass and not a
Mm.
fake, like not one, like not just playing one on TV. Not that I don't, like because I think there are components of my life that really are badassery for real, and I humbly say that, but like proudly say that too.
Mhm.
But internally, I also want to be whole too.
Yeah.
And I don't want to make decisions off of like I said, scarcity or adjustment. I said all the time, I'm living in the adjustment. I think I've allowed myself to live in the adjustment because I know so well how to adjust and how to stand firm no matter the arena. But it's like, yeah, but you don't have like, but you also can just be whole too and like have wholeness. And it scares me. So
Yeah.
this is a lot. Skip past this part. I hope people don't watch this part.
Well, I think
Yeah,
that one, there's different levels of vulnerability. So you even saying that I'm not okay is like
that's
I'm
true.
I'm sharing that I'm not okay.
That's
But
true.
also, like, I think there does come a moment because I do think at some point, like, I'm a fake it till you make it type of girl. And then it's like, no, I'm actually faking it.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
no, like, and there are places where you can be super dope, and then there's spaces where it's like, I can't keep faking like I got it together or
Yeah.
what have you. And that's when it's like the real sit in the face of yourself and of the mirror and figure out like how do I become whole? Which
Yeah.
is ironic that you are having this conversation today, and we just had this conversation about your hair last week. So
You're right. 40 is gonna be lit for me. You're right, 'cause and actually it is all kinda coming into culmination now that I hadn't made that connection at all. See, that's why it's good to be communicative about things because friends and relationships are mirrors. I say it all the time, but it's so true. I hadn't made that connection at all, but I think I could totally see a through line between those 2 spaces because
mm,
it's just I just yeah, I just wanna be whole in every way, and I wanna be for real about everything that I do. And in a lot of ways, like, I commit to that. I tell you all the time how when people come into my life, sometimes they be like I think people be, like, shocked at, like, the stuff that I say and, like or talk about online or something like, "No, I do for real." So, "Oh, yeah, I work out and no, I don't and I don't drink soda." I know those are small, but I'm telling you,
right,
people are so accustomed to fakeness
right.
and, like, it not being a thing, and so when you really people be like, "Why you, yeah, I read" No, I really read. Like, no, I will have a TV off and be reading, and people be like, "Oh," and I'm like, because again, people say things. So, but I'm not because I don't want to make it a me versus people. I'm saying that because so when there is a place of what I feel like is hypocritical, even though it's not intentionally hypocritical, but there is unease there, and I'm like, "This is my
Yeah,
last little bastion," at least in this phase of my life. This is my last little bastion where I'm like, "Raven, you gotta reconcile some stuff here because you're
yeah,
lying to yourself. Forget the world. You're
yeah.
lying to yourself about your comfort levels in this place." So
Wow.
I know it's tough stuff. It's tough stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, what are we talking about today?
Oh, first of all, I made an announcement in one of my 5011 jobs. No, this is volunteering. I was like, since I'm in a room full of black people, black women specifically, y'all, I have a podcast, and I feel like I should tell y'all about my podcast. And they was like, "Oh, what's it called?" And I was like, "What's on the agenda?" And somebody immediately was like, "WOTA." Like when she found it, she was like, "WOTA." I was like, "WOTA, yes, like yes, that's
Well, that is correct. That is correct.
so on the What's on the Agenda podcast, we talk about all things that have to do with Black women, and the nuance of the things that we navigate, politically, socially, emotionally, physically, and all the illies. So on the agenda today, we're just gonna like talk about what's on our algorithm, what's on our TikToks. You wanna go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go first because I have to process.
Okay. So what's on my TikTok? Mainly that girl Brene has to pay this girl Akira 100 no, $1.7 million, because in North Carolina, I think that's where they're at, you can
Mhm.
sue for alienation. I think that's what she sued for.
For what? What's it called?
Alienation, I think?
So,
Because
is it like if they're abandoned? The child
yeah,
abandoned? Mhm.
I think so,
Yeah,
because
abandonment,
Brene
yeah.
basically took this woman's husband
Mhm.
and, left her without a husband, and she was
Yeah.
sued for abandonment or whatever, and
Mhm.
now, she has to pay her $1.7 million, and all my algorithm is full of think pieces about her life and
Wait,
how
whose life? Brene or the girl? Wait, I don't know who's who.
Renee is the stiller, the
Okay.
stiller of her uh,
Okay.
the man stiller.
Yeah.
There are so many think pieces about, why she did what she did, um some of the best takes, obviously from Dominique Morgan, that just like she doesn't have a good heart. Like her heart is broke. Like, um, there's no way like you just take a woman's man like that. And then also like it was like the man, the husband that she stole was like telling Brene to get her feet and nails done how his
His wife.
wife,
He was, yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, so Now they're gonna live happily ever after, the end.
No,
Um
they are not. I'm about to say, now that's a lie, girl. That'll be over in 6 months.
Right. They better stay together but then Brene had a husband and he done like yeah, so he's also going through his own healing journey. And
Jesus.
yeah, he done lost a lot of weight and like he's like super cute, according to the girls. And then like he's like, "I had a problem." And Dominique was like, I will watch out for him unless
Yeah.
he's gone through extensive therapy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause she was like, I don't even think it's gonna be like, um, he's gonna be like a hoe and just dog out every woman. I forgot what her angle was, but it was like I was like, "Oh, I didn't think about that. That was a good angle." But yeah, she has some good think pieces on that. Also the Jerry Epstein's files, obviously, and and Trump. Somebody said, so he's running our country because he's on the down low. Like, yeah, that internalized homophobia will do it. Okay.
You just made a leap, darling, that my feet are not prepared to go. Honestly,
Yeah. Back down to regular things. I watched the Being Eddie documentary about Eddie Murphy. I did not know he
I
was
haven't seen
that
it.
guy. Like,
I didn't see it.
um, it's on Netflix. And I was watching. Desmond was like, "What made you want to watch this?" And I was like, "Because the girls on TikTok." So he had OCD, right? So he used to check the gas stove like multiple times a night, and he would like go to sleep. This when he was little, he would check the stove, go to sleep, wake back up, check the stove, or go to his room, check the stove. And she was like, I love niggas when they do niggalicious stuff. Because as soon as he heard that it was a mental illness, he was like, I got to stop. And he just stopped.
Just that's enough. That's enough for me.
I don't need to know nothing else. Because he was like, I literally was watching like a TV show or something, and he was like, that sounds like what I'm doing. Straight. And he's like, every so often it comes up, and he's like, he said, I do check the stove every night. But besides that, it was also a history lesson of, like, Richard Pryor and Rick James and, um, the comedian Red Fox, and I was like, "Yeah, I would love to, like, watch this," and I didn't know he had been famous since, like, 18, so he kinda, like, broke the mold for, like, Black Hollywood before Denzel Washington, before Samuel L. Jackson, and he kinda made the transition of, like, the old guard to the new, and I was like, "Wow," so Andy was kinda actually pretty nice looking back in the
Yeah.
day. I was like, "I didn't know that." Um, yeah, that's pretty much what's up. Oh, the Coach versus Louis Vuitton conversation is on my TikTok because I like Coach, and
I
they
haven't
keep
seen that one.
they keep comparing the Louis Vuitton Speedy to the Coach Rowan bag. They're the same size.
Yeah,
Everybody's always like, Coach is just better quality.
they are.
Um, and this girl is like constantly comparing them and stuff like that. Um, And it's also the rowing bag is only $200, like, for better quality. So Forever
With
Crutch
Louis
Girl.
Vuitton, you are absolutely paying for name. Unless you
Yeah.
get into, like, the really, really higher ones, like, the more super expensive ones, you're paying for the name. Louis Vuitton makes their bags from vinyl, so there's that.
Oh, it's really yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're paying for the name.
So, yeah, um, that's my tiki talk right now.
I love that. Really quick on the girl, um, I don't have thoughts and also do. The brunette, what's her name?
Renee.
Brunette, yeah. Again, don't know the situation, but I will say, like, I know just high level, I don't know any of the specifics, I mean. Um, child, don't be stealing people's husbands. Like, I don't even but in all seriousness, actually, I do have a thought about this part. The not all the states, but yes, that is a thing. The wife can sue you. Like,
Wow.
I know it's the case in Florida. Um, yeah, I don't know all the states. Let me not even get on her and pretend, but I have heard about that before.
Mhm.
And also, abandonment essentially saying you left the home
Yeah.
while still married. It don't matter. Oh, we were supposed to, she was not to be. Blah, blah, blah. None of that matters to the law. Did you leave? you gonna owe. Or you could potentially owe. She can file abandonment, whatever, or they
Yeah.
can file, whomever files. Um, yeah, so it's just good to keep all that in mind, child. That's such a complicated subject matter, child. It really is. That whole woo, that's a complicated subject matter. So I like to steer clear from that one. Um, but yeah, it
Uh,
can get complicated and you can be sued. That's what I'm saying. So regardless of things are nuanced, things are weird. I'm not getting into the deep ends of that. But the bottom line is don't be going into affairs oblivious about what the law says and what you can be
yeah.
culpable for. So
Yeah.
yes.
That made me, like, really, cause she lived with them, that couple. Yeah. Like, had sex, like, that's why they was kinda talking about, like, it was root work, like, all this stuff because she went into their house, she slept with that man under her roof, like, while she was in the house, like, went from calling the babies, having the babies call her auntie to mommy, like, she was doing some foolish stuff, like, and I'm like, "Dang, this is why they say don't have no woman around your man." Like, and I'm like, I'm such a girl's girl, and I'm like, "Whatever." Like, okay, cool. I might think twice now because what?
Yeah.
Do
You
what?
it's interesting because yeah, that is why they say that. And like it's not that you're not a girl's girl, it's you're a girl in the world and
Right.
in the world meaning like living. Yeah. So it is I think yeah, it's just about wisdom. It's tough for me. That's so Ooh, I don't even know why I don't got that many thoughts on that because like I do, but like oh no, I don't. I only have feelings, right?
Yeah.
And not really thoughts. Like I'm just like, again, I also haven't delved deep into, so that's probably why. Because like once I
Mhm.
really like do a deep dive myself, I'll probably have more thoughts. But I will say, all I'm just saying is whatever situation you find yourself in relationally and romantically, know the laws. That's what I'm gonna say. Because I've actually seen this happen before. Not to this magnitude, but definitely where the mistress got sued.
Yeah.
Because what they look at it is like, what is it? Like you stole from our marital account or like you stole from
Yeah.
our marital income. And I mean, I guess technically. So, yeah, because like what's theirs is, whatever. Mine is
Yeah.
what's mine is yours, and yours is mine, whatever. So, no, child, know the laws, know the laws. That's all for me.
Mhm. Wow.
Wait, what else did you say? You said, I wanted to, oh, skip Epstein for me. Actually, no, I have something there because, actually, no, we're gonna get a little serious for 2 seconds because no, I'm saying because I'm finna turn it and I hate to do that. But um they said that they was gonna make it there. Who is they? And who is they said it? And who the conservatives, the people who the pundits of conservatives over the years have said it was only a matter of time until we tried to find ways to condone pedophilia.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I don't know how much you've been paying attention to like the Megyn Kelly's comments trying to
Mhm.
justify
Mhm.
Jeffrey
Mhm.
Epstein.
Yep.
And don't think it not strange, my dears, that she's doing that right now. That man is dead. She could care less about that man. What she's doing is power protecting power. You
Yeah.
recognize that there are people, probably people that because she literally mentioned that there's somebody, a friend of a mutual friend that she had of his, people that that like this is only going to be a drip drip. It's continuing to be a drip 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 situation with regard to the information that's being leaked about who was involved and all of that. And so now we have to start to soft slash hard launch this new narrative around, okay, but 15 is not 8. 15
Right.
is not, it's a child, but it's like barely a child. I heard somebody
Yeah.
say the other day, I think it was on Majority Report, he was like, no, it's not barely legal, it's barely illegal. I mean, no,
Right.
it's barely I forgot what he said, but basically saying like, girl, no, it's not no barely legal. It's they're yeah. And
Yeah.
so um but yeah, it's trying to soft launch edophilia
Mhm.
is can't say it wasn't on our bingo card. I can't say it was on the bingo card this year, but people been because even when them with them overturning Roe and with
Mhm.
them so deeply, intimately involved in women's bodily autonomy, it ain't just for their health. See, it ain't just because, oh, they're just so gung ho on this position. Them men have sex with mistresses and pay for abortions all day long and probably give STDs, all sorts of manner of lasciviousness. They could care less about some dang on abortions. This is about a fundamental idea about male and female dynamic and the hierarchy that should exist there and what power they should have over your body, your sexual organs, and literally even your sex, like
Yeah,
the sexual activity that you engage in with them and otherwise. Like it's about harkening back to a darker, more, if we can say that, patriarchal time,
yeah,
um, where men have dominance over everything you do, particularly your sexual identity and sexual organs and sexual choices and autonomy. So yeah, that child said 15 ain't 8. Girl, get off the line. Get off the line. Hello. Get off
yeah.
the and you talking about and they talking about gay people and trans being the girl, get off the line. Get off the line. Anyway, so
And whoa, what I just thought about was the fact that if it's true, is that they use sexuality to blackmail
yeah,
each other.
yep, that's
Like,
good.
the fact that, like, homosexuality is such the taboo thing that if I catch you or make you have sex with this man, I can hold that over you and you can
Yep,
never say X, Y, and Z about what I do.
yep,
And I think that is like, this is why I always kinda go back to, like, when we think about, like, what is fornication or, like, what is sinful acts of, like, of sex. To me, a sin will never be two consenting adults. But using sexuality as a way to blackmail somebody as power is sexual assault. Power is like using sex to me like as a power tool, that is sin. Like so like even yeah, that whole like this idea wow, which I can't even now when I think too hard because now I'm like now like I'm laughing about like and all the jokes have been made about Trump and Bill Clinton, it's also like that's rooted in homophobia.
yeah. The jokes about it is right because like the underlying theme there is something is wrong with being gay or it's something to be
Right.
laughed at, mocked, and ashamed for. Um, yeah, yeah. It's touching on so many sensitive things. And I think what I love and hate about all of this debacle, and I truly do mean love and hate, is that child, people been saying this, not necessarily specifically them having, their stuff, Bill and oh God, that
Right.
stuff. But I just mean like the deviance of
Okay.
people in power.
Yeah.
Like is people been saying this and everybody was called crazy and all of the things. And I do think there is some room to say like conspiracy theorists and theories can get scary and chaotic and like unproductive at some point. That's fair. But also, it's also good to say and make note of the fact that like we really do need to root our faith in something higher than this stuff because places of
Mhm.
power begets corruption. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? Or whatever the phrase is. And so yeah, like we just and this is important to say because our culture is so enamored and obsessed with celebrity and power and hierarchy and people that are bigger and brighter and badder than us and we love celebrity and the concepts of something higher.
I was just thinking about, like, how even, like, in our sometimes everyday language, like, when people start making a certain amount of money, it's kinda like, "Yeah, I knew they was doing something a little freaky because they make a lot of money." So it's like we've already equate,
Equate.
wait,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
late.
It's late. It's late.
We equate, money with, lasciviousness. We
Yeah.
we equate money
No, it's real.
the,
Yeah.
with corruption of like, we automatically do it, so
Yeah. And I mean
yeah.
it because it kind of does like what I think Michelle Obama said it about Barack. She was like being president and I'll even add having money didn't create who you are, it reveals who you are. So
Exactly.
money only exacerbates, which is why scripture talks about it's easier for a rich man to a camel to go through a needle's eye than a rich man to get into heaven. It's not saying, oh, because Jesus hates rich people. No, it's because when you have access to unending need, or to unending desires, unmitigated desires, you can pay for everything, then you become your own god because you can supply all of your needs.
Yeah.
And that just inherently just doesn't bode well with a flesh that struggles with pedestalizing ourselves over like the divine. Because I know people hear that and they're like, oh, so God has to have me need him, he has to have me desperate for him. It's not about that. It's about you making yourself God, and how dangerous that is. Anyway, so yeah, child, I said I had nothing to say, but that's that on that. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really
Mm-mm.
want to talk about that either, but I now have so many thoughts, but we can move on. But also, I will say this. I
Huh?
think the jokes are writing themselves because
Oh yeah.
we can joke. It's like you can joke about somebody who's been making fun of you.
Mm,
Oh, is this where we're at now? Oh, okay. Um, but then the other thing was thinking about the rich person trying to get into heaven, like hmm, think like when you start making a certain amount of money, there are no ethical billionaires. There you,
zero, none, nada, zilch. Is not possible, cannot happen. So long as people are struggling or deciding between medicine and food, there will never be a time where billionaire status and somebody making it to billionaire status is ethical and something that we should be proud of. Continue. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, when you reach billionaire status, you have exploited somebody. Means you have stole from somebody, which means you have used them. Like to put it into layman terms, like
Yep.
it's they might not touch you directly. Your the owner of your company might not touch you directly and hurt you, harm you, etc. But they have exploited your body or exploited your labor
100%.
to get where they want to get to. So when we think about it's harder for the rich man to get into heaven, it's because they have done enough
Yep.
to like
That's a good point.
corrupt their minds to feel like you said, God, and they don't need nobody else.
Yep.
They're straight.
Yep. And hoarding wealth.
Yeah.
They're like a direct byproduct of billionaire status is wealth hoarding. You can't
Mhm.
get to that level without assistance from people. And if you're getting assistance from people to the degree that it makes you reach billionaire status, then it means those people are warranted more money. Like
Yeah.
if you've made a billionaire company, that means somebody else contributed to that, and so that means you should probably be sharing more of the wealth. Bottom line. But the so much of that just comes from just a basic philosophical
Right.
redirection and reorientation about how we see money, wealth sharing, and human value, really, if you get too deep into it. Like we you we are so brainwashed in this country to think that like we are owed something, we are entitled exorbitant amounts of wealth, and like we
Right.
just have bought into this idea of meritocracy so much that we be forgetting that like, girl, the only goal here is to pay your bills, to eat, have a good little time, a little bit of fulfillment. All this extra on top is like really American and really selfish. And it's not that it's inherently bad, but it just so easily produce bad things
Right.
that it's like it needs to be checked at every point. And the first place that it just feels like the most obvious point to check it is cutting off the access to become a billionaire. Easy
Yeah.
peasy, lemon squeezy. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah, go ahead.
I was just thinking about when you're trying to if the rich man was trying to enter into heaven, they have to have a complete paradigm shift. And I was thinking
Yeah.
about um Jeff Bezos' ex-wife who's just giving her money away. Like
She got
and it's
so
like
much of it, yeah.
and still I just I think I'm just still like trying to get people to understand how much $1 billion is. And like she's giving it away, and she still has billions of dollars left. And what's crazy is the rumor is that I don't say rumor, I think it might have been a legit article I read that the reason why she's giving it to HBCUs is because she used
Carnivore
to be
icing?
yes. And
Yeah,
I'm
I saw that.
like, Jeff, did you do a background check on who you married? Because if your goal was to maybe, like, keep the wealth to the whites, you should have probably not married somebody that was taught, not read, taught by Toni Morrison.
Well, yeah, I heard she was her advisor.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which baby, sit me in an advisory meeting with Tony? Huh? I literally have a humongous picture of her in my hallway with her book sitting on my and like in
Right.
my foyer. So like, yeah, no, girl.
I'd probably cry.
No, legitimately. May
Advisory
she rest.
for real, advisor meetings are no joke.
And then advising at Princeton. So I know it was like
Yeah,
intensive and like, girl, my God. Yeah.
yeah.
Couldn't imagine. Couldn't imagine. Um, anyway, so yeah.
What's on your TikTok?
I was just about to say, what's on my TikTok? Um, honestly, the thing hold on, think. Um, the thing that's been mostly on my TikTok has been, you know, the Taylor Swift and Kayla Nicole lore. My TikTok
Oh,
just will not
yeah.
let me let it go. I'm cool with it, but it just will not let me move on. Um, which okay, I'm gonna talk about that for 2 seconds. I've been seeing that she's been getting a lot of backlash. Oh, I can't say this in public. Can I? Will I? Yes, I will.
Ah,
I just I saw her apology, Kayla Nicole's apology, and I saw like her.
apology. What is she apologizing for?
She had a lot. No, 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 no. She had a lot of old tweets that resurfaced. Them Swifties were swift. Excuse me.
Oh, what did
And
they
pulling
say?
up her old tweets, and they were disgusting. But she was also like 18. Not saying that that absolves her. It actually doesn't absolve her because they were wretchedly horrible. Um, although my
That was
friend said something really like her politic. Obviously, it wasn't pro black or pro black woman or pro any group for that matter because the tweets were disgusting. But I will say, regionally, I don't know where she's from, but because some of the things she was saying, I was like, "Girl, where you from?" It just gives that LA pretty girl energy that I just,
yeah.
oh Lord. However, yeah, why you finding that out? Because I'm curious. But while you're finding that out, it gave that and actually no, and shout out to my friend because she the one that said both these theories, so I'm just regurgitating.
Mhm.
It gave LA pretty girl energy, which just is so annoying, and it also gave
Born in
ooh,
Los Angeles, California.
I how did I know? No, I'm not even kidding. I had no idea.
Is this the right person? Because where does she come
Kayla
from?
Nicole.
Kayla Nicole. Who
Yeah,
is she?
Travis
Besi like,
Kelsey's ex.
oh, I know who she is, but I'm like, how did she get into the circle of him?
Oh, that's a good I mean, she's
What
oh,
she do?
he said he found her on Instagram. So, pretty.
Did she do anything? Like, I'm not
Will
hating.
you still love me when I I mean, and that's fine because honestly, listen, I actually am
Oh,
a
yeah, it's
strong
pretty.
proponent of that. I love when why if on this earth we get one chance, you use every bone in your body or every skill set you have to make it ahead. And if beauty is one of yours, daughters of Zion, listen to me. I'm a ooh, clip daughters. Let me tell you something. Let TT learn you something. TT learn you something real quick. You in this life, baby girl. In this life, you gonna get one chance. One chance in like a consent, like life will give you chance, but meaning you get one life. You use all of your skills to ensure that you get ahead and that you make a life that you feel proud and fulfilled by. And if beauty is one of those skills, I really do actually go back and forth with that, but I just
So
feel
she
like
is
go
Beauty
ahead,
and
go ahead,
Brain.
go ahead. No, you're fine.
She they said she's a whoever this website is says she's a model, entertainment journalist, and social media influencer.
What's an entertaining journalist?
Child, probably like nosy bystander.
I'm just joking, yeah. A
I
person who get
see.
a
I
T.
see. Yeah.
But, yeah, so she I don't know oh, I was saying that again, I'm not even joking, I had no idea she's from LA, but it screams
Mhm.
LA. So,
Yeah.
the stuff she was saying, I was like, "Oh, Lord, insufferable LA people who just are so obsessed with beauty." So it gave that and it gave tell me you only date and be around white girls without telling me you only date and be around white girls and white boys, you know what I mean? Like, Um, but anyway, all of that to say,
Oh, she really is pretty.
no, she's no, like she is. Kayla Nicole is.
Racist and homophobic? Is she not black?
Girl, it was terrible. No, they were so bad. And again, she was like 18. And this was like in 2015. Like I was like, girl.
Okay.
But no, what I was gonna say, Kayla Nicole is like guy got a little sleepy and he accidentally dropped all like his magic goodies and when he the stuff that he used to make people and he for somebody like the angels was playing and they ran and it bumped into the bag and then it fell and then Kayla Nicole came like girls that look like that you'd be like, is it like a pretty train? Is it like is it like a perfect train or something? I don't know.
You
But
know
anyway, no, she's gorgeous. But anyway, saying that to say, what did I say that for? Oh, I do want to say this seriously. Oh, a girl from LA is a mean girl. Oh, I'm shocked. Like, I wasn't shocked by that. That ain't gonna make me be on Taylor Swift's girl. I'ma pull my sister's coattail, turn it up in private, and Taylor gonna still get these lashings. Girl.
this is what we call calling in, not calling out.
Oh my God, a gorgeous girl from LA got a bad politic. Oh, a gorgeous girl from LA who came up on her lips got a bad politic. Oh my God.
And Taylor Swift has done things as well. Is she a
What's your
billionaire?
thoughts? Huh?
Ain't she a billionaire?
Girl, yes. Ugh,
Let me stop when we start talking about Beyonce because we
that
know she's a billionaire too.
just 'cause
She literally was wearing Tiffany diamond. Okay, stop it.
it
Stop
was
it.
you saw the blood on her fingernails. You can't say that. You can't, you
Oh.
can't say that. Girl, speaking of her, girl, you know the girlies was mad at her.
Why?
Actually, that's been on my TikTok too about her being no, that's been on my YouTube. I really don't. I be on TikTok, but not that much. But anyway, about her going to the Kardashian party, Kris Jenner party.
Why she
Yeah,
always
Morgan algorithm be giving her crock pot stuff. So, so I'm like, Morgan, that's the biggest story on the internet. No, for real, you didn't see it.
No,
Girl, the girl
because
was
she was just at
mad.
another party, like, a couple months ago that oh, it was like she was sitting next to Ivanka or something, or
Oh
one of the
yeah, they
Trump
was mad at that too.
like, "Stop going to parties, girl. Still picking a house or go on tour."
Beyonce is a billionaire, like you said, and so these parasocial relationships, be
Yep,
careful now. Beyonce ain't to the degree that she watching whatever is happening on the internet. It ain't it ain't enough to trump. No pun intended, to trump some of her financial obligations. Also, because you got to think, the party was at Jeff Bezos' house. It was for Kris Jenner, and the party was at Jeff Bezos' house.
okay.
I don't want to speculate about rich people's money, but it's not a coincidence that every single celebrity that you know and love is on tour right now and has been for the last several years because we're in a bad time economically. And so celebrities, it's a barking order. What's it called? A pecking order to
Mhm.
every hierarchy.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z, them like money don't grow on trees. And
Right.
I can't make any connections that I don't know about. That's not what I'm trying to allude to right now. All I'm saying is if the richer peoples is doing things, you want to be in attendance.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm
Yeah.
getting at because you always want to be in proximity with the richer peoples.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that this is right. I'm saying it don't shock me none because they got money. They don't got Jeff Bezos money. They don't, and Bill
Right.
Gates was there. They don't got Bill Gates money. So when rich people are doing things, that's why, like, even when you hear those stories about Jeffrey Epstein, they're financiers. What is the finance?
Right.
They finance projects and things that lesser rich people can't necessarily afford. They're investors, serial investors. So you always want to be in places where extra rich people are. So they gonna all them tours and stuff don't come out. Them brand deal, all the things like,
Ooh.
huh? They gonna
That
always be in places where richer people are. It's disgusting, but the money come first.
and it's not new. If I heard correctly in my little artsy, circles, that's exactly how the Harlem Renaissance was funded, by rich white people. So it's not new. Wow, but you saying it like that, like, that's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, it don't shock me none. Again, it could piss us off because because we see her in such a regal, and she is regal. She's that girl. But Beyonce, like, and I ain't trying to be funny. I don't think independently. I actually don't think she cracks a billion. First of all, we don't believe in billions, so I'm not saying like, ha ha. I don't think she should, but
Right,
I'm saying independently, she don't crack a billion. And now, mind you, she at the house party of a person and people and a family even who collective billions over and over. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Wow. I mean, I've never thought of it like that, like, the rich people need a bank, and they not just finna go to PNC to get their tour funded, like, they gotta go to somebody to get the upfront cost.
yep. Yep,
Wow.
investors and financiers. Even when you think about companies like all these companies, like every single company is owned by like 6 companies. Like we
Right,
like
right, right.
you know what I'm saying? Like BlackRock and like is it's just if you looked at all the things that like P&G owns, you would like, what they own? Bowling agencies or whatever. You just it's all it's just concentrated money and then everything else just kind of funnels from it. So that means your celebrities, your thing, everything. Rich people in their own ways are like banks. You're right.
Right.
Like, anyway, yeah. So, girl, what? Oh yeah, the girlies was mad about that. I've seen a lot of commentary about that. And I just want to be clear, my little diatribe in this moment wasn't me advocating for it. I'm saying, no, no, what's up? No, what's up? She's
We're
loyal to
never
the
gonna
money,
get signed.
huh?
We're never gonna get signed because we talk too loosely about Beyonce.
We do. Edit, we're gonna edit this.
Nuance.
We just believe that. I'm gonna go to the Echoville. If you're a real fan, if you're that be on my timeline too, less so these days, but
Who's that?
all the Beyonce Lord Echoville. Oh, okay, y'all ready to get working
Already
together?
you already told me I'm not gonna be hot for real.
No, they ate me alive. You know, she had like Echoville sprinkled throughout so many random like what's they called, the Easter eggs,
Yeah.
in a
It's
lot
gonna be
of
a festival?
nobody knows. She just she's trademarked Echoville. It was
Mhm.
sprinkled in random spots in the last tour and in Renaissance and in, you know, other things. Um, so nobody knows what it means, but she's
Yeah.
trademarked it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Okay. I really want her to do a festival so bad.
me
Like,
too. That'd be fun.
as we advocate for Beyonce again, so she can sit down and stay in one spot.
Last thing on my TikTok, that I wanted to mention. Well, it's not on my TikTok because again, I don't really be on TikTok, but what be on my algorithms.
Mm,
Last thing I think is good to talk about is the Roland Martin and Charlamagne the God stuff. It's the same old conversation that we've had kind of in essence about Angela Rye and Joe Budden, so we don't have to rehash it in that
mhm.
sense. But um I was really shocked at how the audience ate Charlemagne up. I really thought that they were gonna come for Roland, but it really made me happy to see a lot of people be like, I mean, but like actually what it proved is that like only the young people are like wanting less informed information and whatever because like people serious people in the world don't actually want that. Like
Mhm.
the kids who sit on streams all day and it's just
Right.
because they're young, which is fine. They'll
Yeah.
mature at some point, but yeah, the bulk of the audience, and I mean, I checked a lot of places. They was like, Nah, Charlemagne, this ain't it. This ain't like."
Yeah.
Roland Martin is a seasoned political commentator. Though he has his flaws, this is not me caping for him. But boy, relax.
Yeah.
That was my hope. I was relax, sir. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I love that our the past topics that we've talked about on this podcast, continue to show true,
Yeah,
um, of, like, yield to the experts. If you don't know what
yeah,
you're talking about, stop talking.
yeah.
So, yeah, I like that about us.
Yeah, no, it's fire. It's fire. Yeah, yield to. I think that is such a beautiful way to summarize it. Yield to the experts, and when there is disagreement with the experts, if there can be disagreement, no, I'm just kidding. It always is room for disagreement, but where there is disagreement, you humbly present that
Mhm.
And furthermore, and this word it'll get controversial, but I still mean it, and Imma stand 10 toes down in it, at least tonight. Um, if the expert debunks you and say, sit that down, that's not right." You don't then return and try and put them to shame about them debunking you. He
Yeah.
wrote it in his clapback clip, he shared a clip, ooh, it was so bad, of Charlemagne. He was on it was him on Charlemagne, on The Breakfast Club, and this was during the time of Kamala Harris running, and Charlemagne at the time was parroting that whole, "She locked up more black men, she locked up black men, she locked up black men." I'm sure you've heard
Yeah.
that. And so Roland, it was so simple, but it was just such a beautiful example of like, right, he don't be knowing what he's talking about, like, and so he was like, he started asking him like just specifics about it, like, was it more, was it in comparison to like what, where did this come from, what, and he was like, imagine during the whole show, he kept saying it as if it was fact. Charlemagne was, and then Roland was like, once he started probing, he was like, "Well, I mean, that's not what I said. I'm just saying that's what the people said. Who is the people?" And so he was like, "Well, who's the people?" And it was just such it was cringe because I hate when people get like embarrassed like that. But it was so like you can tell in his face. And then at the end, he was like, "What? I thought we brought you on because we just want the facts." No, you don't want the facts. That's the thing. You just like saying stuff. What Monique say, making radio.
I was gonna also say that I think the reason, like you say, you were surprised of Charlemagne not getting the internet side. I think with the world in the state that it's in, I don't think that the serious people are like, no, we are not playing right now. Like, this
Yep.
is not it. We could play around if like Kamala was in the White House and like we actually there's like the Jeffrey Epstein files were coming out and like we got the person we wanted in the office, but now that we don't have the person that we have and that we want in the office and the world is on fire literally, like we don't have time for this.
We
Like
can't.
we don't have time for misinformation, disinformation, incorrect information. Like stop talking.
Stop talking. And if you can't analyze things, and that's the biggest one. Like even when he was telling the DMs to just, okay, y'all forget it. And if you don't have capacity for analysis, you can regurgitate a fact. But if you don't have the capacity or
Yeah.
competency for that matter to give analysis behind or beyond that fact, then it just becomes extra fodder in the air that's
Yeah.
dangerous. Because a lot of times if facts over feelings and you got to stick with the facts. Yeah, but proper context also matters with facts because facts can be so dangerous standing alone, especially to like a untrained ear, or an unnuanced ear, an ear that's unaccustomed with critical thinking.
Yeah.
So
I think that we have to I think that's why this conversation of education and anti-intellectualism is so like heavy is because like I was thinking because what I was thinking was like when I'm catching glimpses of like the Joe Budden podcast, like and I used to love uh I mean I used to watch the Breakfast Club a lot, or at least the interviews, like when I catch the glimpses of Joe Budden talking about music, I'm like, this is a great podcast when you stick to your lane, right?
yep.
And even like with but also like there's this debate of like should artists be advocates for X, Y, and Z? Like if they have a platform, should they be advocating for black people, black artists? And it's like yes, but also you have to like I think we have to realize that there historically like change makers in the past were educated to some extent and understood exactly what was going on in the world that they were capable to talk about the things. And when you're not capable, like you said, be quiet. But also like I think there is space for stuff like music podcasts or like the Breakfast Club. Like when you're a journalist, the conversation, and I understand you have to fill up a whole 3-4 hours of radio, right? But when you're a journalist and you're interviewing people, your job is to keep the focus on them, let them
Yep.
talk, and that's it.
Yep. Yep.
Um, and when you start stepping outside of like and report, like according to ABC News, da da da
Mhm.
da da, according
Mhm.
to like you can still report the news and not give a inaccurate account of what's happening.
100%. And to be fair to like Charlemagne specifically, again, because I watch it pretty frequently. He's definitely grown in that space a lot, especially during interviews and stuff like that. And so I'm appreciative of his willingness to grow there. He really has shown a willingness to grow there. Um, and so it's not even because I think he took it too much as a personal shot or attack. It's not
Mhm.
even a personal. I mean, some of it perhaps was, but he's grown and it's like he's grown and turned it into like a nice skill, right? A skill set. But skill set is not expertise.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? And I
right.
think that and I'm getting so gung ho on this expertise level or word because there just is a difference between experts and not. Like we just get like I'm so tired of having to mince words and make black men feel better. I'm sorry, I just
Mhm.
gotta say it. But I'm just tired of having to like, yes, we care about your opinion. Yes, it's valid. Yes, we recognize the history that stripped you guys from opportunities to be able to go and attend school at the rate that maybe like larger communities have been able to do. So much so that it impacted your voice and the world's willingness to hear your voice. Yes, all of that is true. And I have true empathy for that because I'm also a victim of that in my own way. But like we don't have to acknowledge that to our detriment, everybody else's detriment. So as soon as we acknowledge that, then it becomes a matter of yeah, so as a result of that, I don't
Mhm.
deserve to be treated I don't deserve to be judged at the level or at the rate of a serious journalist, even though I have all the power, the microphone, and the capacity even to go and learn and expand myself. I don't have to be judged at it because I'm just a guy making radio, but my voice matters too. Yeah, it matters, but we have to create like there are hierarchies, tiers. There's a tier to
Yeah.
how we rate and gauge what we're listening to you for and when we're listening to you and what we should be taking from what you're saying. Like, and that's just full stop. That don't undermine the black man's voice, that don't say that you're not valuable. The regular man, the average Joe, the working
Mhm.
class. It's not to say that y'all don't matter, but it is to say that people have expertise in this and those people generally want to help you actually.
Right.
So your best bet is to just chill out and let the experts speak.
Yeah.
Period. So anyway,
Absolutely.
yes. Yes. Girl, I
Um,
had to just say that real quick. Book suggestions first.
mm,
This is a wild card episode.
it was very wild card. Very, very wild card. I don't have no book suggestion. Just one.
Yes.
Um, I also feel like, have I been reading? Uh,
Girl, low key. That's a good question. I actually have not.
yeah.
This is my first time in a minute, actually. I'm not reading anything right now.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Wow. Oh, let's fix that. I'm not
Yeah.
reading nothing right now. Especially before I go back to school. Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not reading anything.
Am I
Okay,
still
cool.
am I still a reader if I listen to audiobooks? I feel like I asked that already,
Yeah,
but
I mean, I think so. I think you should do a mixture though, just for brain exercise. But of course, you read,
yeah.
you're consuming books. Like you could tell me about a book if you listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would just do the mixture, like I said, just for the exercise. And you know what's so funny? Because like, oh, this is so corny or cliche, but it is really true. Like the brain is a muscle. No, I'm just playing, but it
Mm,
really is. And like, I remember last year, this is when I came up with it. That's why you always hear me saying, I'm reading this, because I really be trying to read a book a month. And
mhm.
uh I was not I'm not just saying I was not as fluent of a speaker as I was like back last year, but I remember specifically saying I need to fix this, and I was looking into ways to fix it, and I was going to get apps and stuff, and I was like, and then they was like, "I just read," and I was like, "You're right," and so that was when I had committed to anyway, and you know how like you get stronger and don't recognize you like, dang,
Yeah.
I can do that. That's how talking became a little bit easier for me once I had committed to it. So now when I say things like, "Oh, do it for the exercise," I don't just say it clichély. Like I'm like, I can. It happened overnight. I was like, "How am I able to say these sentences so well?"
Yeah.
And I know for a fact it was because I was reading more. So,
Yeah.
yup.
Yeah, I might need to go back to the I was reading a book on my Kindle this week, and I noticed myself reading faster, and I can probably attribute that to the audiobooks because
Yeah.
listen fast on those.
Yep.
But then I was like, "Focus, gone."
That's the hard one. Oh, I did see a TikTok the other day. Ooh, it was nothing, but it was everything. He said he does 45 minutes of uninterrupted sitting time a day to try
Mm,
and re-gauge those like
mhm,
dopamine receptors and those things that need the dopamine, that need the rush all the time.
yeah.
And like he filmed himself for like the whole week doing it. I should have saved it. And he like the amount of times he like got up and was like, no, sit like because the desire to be like, no, I have to do something. He was like, no, no TV, no, just sit for 40 minutes. Just sit and don't do nothing. And I was like, Imma try it, but woo,
Work your way up, work your way up.
yeah, work your way up. Yeah, Imma try and do like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
The way his videos and at first I was like, sometimes it's hard to believe stuff on the internet, but it looked legit. He kept like he put his feet in the chair, like he was like and he got up and he was like and then it was one point he like looked in the camera like forgot, sorry, because like he literally kept getting up. It got better over the week, but he kept getting up because you literally forget that that's what you're doing because your brain is always like, no, you got to be doing something, you got to do something. And so,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try it though.
Mm. Okay, what the rest saying uh on your TikTok?
Girl, right? Because girl, when I say I watch that TikTok like a hawk. No, no, no. Honestly, just progressive. I'll tell you offline. But yeah, just progressive growth. We are a lot of I'll say this, a lot of our engagement are from returning viewers. So I think we're
Ooh,
slowly but surely culminating an audience. I think it literally said I checked it today actually this afternoon and it was like 52% I think are returning viewers versus new viewers.
ooh,
So that's
look at
really
this.
good.
That
Yeah.
is
And even people who don't follow us, but are it shows returning though. It shows that they're
mhm,
returning.
yeah,
So like it was saying they were included in the returning is what I'm saying.
yeah.
So like they consistently and I think the average video watch like it's increasing is what I'm saying. I watched the trends and the average
Mhm,
length of time that people are staying is longer. So I'm watching all the tedious numbers annoyingly, but it's because I'm trying to really track growth even if it
yeah,
doesn't reflect in the numbers meaning followers it's definitely reflecting in the trends so although the girls aren't necessarily saying that but this is
yeah.
what the
We
stats
can
and
extrapolate
there
from the
you
data.
go
Okay,
extrapolate on come on this is why we need them yeah
okay. That's an analyst. Y'all, I promise I'm smart. I
no we're
promise. I
sleepy no
just can't
they
talk
don't
like
know they don't know we be filming so late guys because we have real lives it's so
Yeah,
crazy
yeah. Um,
yeah
I don't feel like we have a why does this matter? Because was a hodgepodge episode.
this was a
Alright.
hodgepodge episode hopefully you guys enjoyed us delving into mess.
Mess.
The
The
mess every now
the
and
thing we
then.
said we would never get into.
I mean, but, like, also, we literally had a whole speech about billionaire status
Right.
and anti-intellectualism. This
Our niche. It's our
this
niche.
is our gossip. Gossip for us is this kind of stuff, so okay,
Yeah.
guys. Well, love y'all very much. Thanks for tuning in and growing and coming with us each week. I've been noticing it, like I said, and so we're grateful, truly.
Y'all go watch Wicked before we ruin it for y'all, because we will do a
'Cause
review.
oh, baby, because I am. Oh, baby, because I am. Costume and all.
Yeah. Oh.
Just kidding, I don't know.
Alright, see
Okay.
y'all next week.
Bye.